Who else has to tidy up their fabric stash? My fabric stash is a mess. Everything is washed and folded, but it's become really untidy and I don't even know what I have now. So most of my storage room in my sewing room is underneath the cutting table because I only have 2 walls. So the other one is like a lower wall that overlooks a much bigger space. So this is like a loft area. So I need to tidy up this and underneath the sewing machine table because I have 3 IKEA tabs that are holding stuff. I mean, I know what they have, but I want to have a look because I'm not really sure, and I need to put all the upholstery fabrics over there and things like that. I also have pieces, little scraps and really little scraps that I want to keep for filling cushions and creative sewing and things like that. But this is already full. After the summer holidays, it's always good to have a look around the house and see how untidy it is and how we can improve it. And when you're in your workshop, in your little sewing room, it's really necessary because they get really untidy. We're always getting things out of drawers and cutting things, and it gets really messy down here. So let me know that in the comments if you also do this and how often you do it. So I think I should start having a look underneath the sewing machine. I know what there is, but maybe I can organize it a bit better, I'm not sure. So I can then bring the stuff I have left from the cutting table. So it is remnants and scraps and upholstery material. So this is okay, that's folded. So let's fold this properly and get rid of little scraps, put them somewhere else. I made a lovely armchair out of these fabrics, and of course I had a lot left, a lot of pieces, and I also made an iPad stand with the scraps, so it's always good to keep your scraps but a bit more tidied. So these are all the scraps from projects I've made. A jumpsuit, dress, blouse, dress, skirt. So I think I'll keep it and I'll put some more on top. These are upholstery fabrics I was given once, they're all okay, and those as well. So I'm going to see what I have in the cutting table I can bring here. So let's empty this. The thing is that even though you try your best to make the most out of your fabric, there are things that it's impossible to just buy what you need. It's always because you have to cut it, so it's really difficult, but we'll try to make the most out of our stuff. Do I have an armchair and an ottoman with this fabric? Yes. Am I going to throw it away? No, maybe someone needs a piece. So I've closed the 2 I have with upholstery material and thicker fabrics, and I have still open the one with little scraps in case I find some more. Well, I have this bag anyways as well. So I really recommend those buckets. They are good for under a table storage. For all those scraps you don't know what to do and where to put them, they are ideal for that. And I don't really mind them under there. They don't bother me when I'm sewing or anything. So that's quite good. So I'm going to empty the other two drawers, put it all up here, see what I have, and keep organizing. So organizing never ends. It's like the never-ending story, like cleaning. And it's funny because sometimes you discover things you didn't remember you have, which is also a bit harsh. So in this drawer here I have all my cottons, and on the one on top I have polyesters, gauzes, things like that. So let's keep going. Could this work as a thumbnail? So I have everything out, and it's so untidy because everything is mixed up. For example, I have this big piece from the jumpsuit I did not long ago, but there are also little pieces that make no sense to keep in here. So I'm going to sort it out, and I'm going to put all the cottons and similar stuff in one, and the other two will be for polyesters, gauzes, and swimming costume stuff and lycras. This makes no sense. Let's make this a bit more even. So the problem is that I've been keeping little pieces of stuff that make no sense. I don't want to throw them because they are useful. For example, this is from a jumpsuit I made. It's a nice piece, so it could be for the inside of a pocket or for all the little things like we've been making, like a bag for a little pouch bag, what's the name of that? A scrunchie, the pattern weights, things like that, or all creative sewing, like doing something patchwork, but it shouldn't be with the rest of the fabric stash. So I'm going to fold it as the best I can and put it in a little box, and that way I know I have pieces that I can more or less use. This is different because tweed I don't think I'll ever use as a little. What do I want these pieces of shirt? For nothing. Nothing. Maybe these two are better to keep. On this beautiful fabric I have the straps and everything because I wanted to make a bag out of it, so I'll put it together. In the middle drawer I'm going to put the fur I have and tulle as well. The box with the little pieces that might be useful, my interfacing, and all the swimming costume stuff. The problem with this is that there's no proper way or nice way to fold it. It's so slippery. I guess it happens to everyone, but when I started sewing swimming costumes, I didn't know how much to get, and I always got a lot, like a meter and a half, and you don't need that much, you just need like half a meter or even less. So, well, anyways, oh, this is as well. This was a piece of remnant on offer. There's a lot left. This lining for your costumes, I love it. It's just like a swimming costume material. Really good. Haven't got much left. No, I haven't got any left. That, or for next year. This fabric is from a dress I made, and I bought the material they told me on the pattern, but then I cut it wrong. So I was missing a panel, I didn't realize, and it's a bit shorter than expected instead of ankle length, but it's quite comfortable. I'm not going to change it now. Let's try to sort it out by types, like stretch, lycras, t-shirt material, things like that. The other day someone asked me for a skirt I made with this fabric, and I made such a mess. I haven't fixed it, but there's fabric, I can do it. This is beautiful. What is this? We don't know. Look at this one. So silky. So I can see the table again, which is an improvement right now. So I'm quite happy about how it turned out with the cottons and tweeds at the bottom. Then in the middle one, all the swimming costume stuff, the fur, tulle, and all the little scraps I don't know what to do with, but I don't want to throw away, even though I have that big tub over there. But these ones are like a little bigger, so I can make more with them maybe. And then on top, all the gauzes and polyesters, crepes and t-shirt material. So it doesn't look too tidy because it's piled up, but I guess if you want to put it like a bit tidier, you will need a piece of cardboard inside to wrap them on or something. Let me know what you think, but I'm quite happy with it. And now what I have left is all the little scraps I have. These are sort of bigger, so I'm going to put them in the tub. And then this bag has like little pieces that I cut while I'm sewing, and they don't really work for anything. They're not even good for patchwork or anything. So I'll just leave them here to fill in cushions and things like that. And this will go in the tub. Of course, I'm really happy about how everything looks now. It's not about the fabric stash, but all the little pieces I had in between were getting me on my nerves because I didn't know if I could do anything with them or not. So now that they're over there or in the little box, it's much more convenient because you know, well, I know what I have and they don't overwhelm the rest of the fabric stash. So that's really good. It's amazing how many fabrics you can get, isn't it? And I'm so lucky to have a sewing room, so let's keep it tidy. So if you like this kind of content, either if you're a beginner or an advanced sewer, consider subscribing if you're not already, because I upload twice a week and that way you don't miss anything. And I leave you here a link to all the things I've done around my sewing room, all the tours, the organizing, the reorganizing and things like that, so you can have a look. Stay there. Bye. I'm going to keep sweeping. The sweeping will never end.